Soul Garden.
Hello Pisces, and welcome back to Soul Horoscope Weekly Edition. My name is Christopher Witecki. Hope you had a nice holiday. Well, it's that little sliver of time between Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's, and that's a weird time no matter where you are, if you have to go back to work or if you're a kid and you're waiting for school or whatever, and we tend to not make much light of it. However, it's going to be a heavy week, a very powerful week, because in the next few days the sun's going to cross over Pluto, and Pluto represents the space and human consciousness that God says must die. And it is a very slow decaying energy. In other words, whatever Pluto says has to go. We knew it had to go. We knew it had to go for a long time. It's not a surprise whatever Pluto says has to go. And in this particular case, Pluto is working on Capricorn, has been for some years. Capricorn is the state of awareness in humanity that allows us to make decisions. Your Capricorn part of your soul is the part of your soul that decides stuff. So we're all Capricorn somewhere. And the universe is saying the way we make decisions as humans now needs to change. We need to change our decision-making process. And when you change your decisions, you change your rules, you change your laws, you change your institutions. The last time Pluto was at 7 degrees was 1736, I do believe. I'm going to have to recheck that because I just slipped me. But around 1736. No, 1764, I think, actually. 1760s. Sorry about that, went blank. But that's a long time ago. And what does that mean for Pisces now? What it means is this week, Pisces are going to take a good look at their life, their friends, their society, and the rules that they live by in society, which I have to say are hard to document. I think if any rule in society with Pisces is that there are no rules. And maybe that might be what needs to change Pisces. But nonetheless, as we start off on Monday, the sun is ruled by Uranus, meaning there will be breakdowns. Some rule will break down. Some rule will fail you. This can be in friends or in society or with a group of people you hang out with. This could be a Ning site shutting down. This could be something horrible on Facebook. But it is something that breaks down, but what's really breaking down subconsciously is the adherence to this old rule, whatever this rule is. Now maybe the rule is you need to look perfect in society and hide your kind of weird side. And that's not a very fun rule. Who made up that rule? But you'll be seeing that rules decay, which means Pisces places in society decay, which means doors open up at the end of this transit for new places in society for Pisces where they agree with the rules. So on Monday, maybe some rules breaking down. And the moon is in Aquarius, I'm afraid, which is certainly stirring the pot for you when it comes to subconscious. So Monday and Tuesday, rules break. You're stirred from the subconscious. You're stirred by the past, even, I would say, on Tuesday. This leads us up to really a powerful day on Wednesday. This is because on Wednesday, the moon begins to move into your sign. It's kind of a two-part day. We'll text you when that actually happens if you're a part of GA. And then when it moves into your sign, you suddenly feel a lot more empowered. Suddenly, maybe you're not such a victim of the rules, or maybe you see it differently. So Wednesday's a real turning point day, I think, for the Pisces, where you begin to feel different and get clarity. But if you're not clear Wednesday, the Hallelujah Day is Thursday. That's because on Thursday the sun will have reached Pluto, a dead conjunction, at 7 degrees, which could not be more Pisces than 2 fish on a Friday to eat dinner with. That is purebred Pisces, moon in Pisces, sun, Pluto, Pisces. It's very powerful. In other words, if you were a clueless Pisces, I would be careful on Thursday because a hallelujah will certainly come. If you are a Pisces that is always looking for the hallelujahs, Thursday should be interesting indeed. And what does this mean? This means it's time to abandon a certain rule structure. That you always had to be with the popular kids, or that you always had to be friends with everyone, or that you always had to be respected, or you need a PhD in order to say you're an expert in society. Who made up these rules? And the whole point is maybe we should reconsider the rules. The last time Pluto was in Capricorn, we reconsidered the idea of monarchy, and we invented democracy, a whole new set of rules. That has served us pretty well. Point being, you make your rules. And on Thursday, it's going to be such a holy day don't forget to ask your God service provider for some hints on what those rules are. By Friday, things really shift. Saturn kicks into gear. We've crossed over the hump, Pluto, and it's time now to decide formally what rules you'll be stepping away from. It will be a very powerful ability to make that decision, by the way, because Saturn is an earthly-based planet, and we're dealing with an earthly-based transit like Capricorn, so you'd be surprised it's easier than usual to make decisions in a Earth-Earth kind of transit situation. So for you slippery Pisces that don't want to decide, I'm thinking Friday is actually going to be pretty good and not too difficult this year. Now, this all apex is really up to Saturday, New Year's Eve. How funny. And the moon has shifted into Aries, aggroing everything up, right? Masculine, testosterone, energy. Certainly a night to take a cab, folks, because accidents will be high according to the planets. But at the same time, you're going to feel aggressive. You're going to want to act. Literally on New Year's Eve, the Earth will be changing from Mars ruled to Earth ruled. And we will feel people stepping out, acting, speaking up, and proclaiming what's new, or perhaps proclaiming what's dead. And that's what the whole week was about. The sun crossing Pluto, what rules will die. And interestingly enough, considering Pisces are dealing with friends and society, I'm curious, you should text me back or reply if you're in GA. Did you end up with old friends on New Year's Eve, or did you meet new? Because this is a very interesting, transformative year for the fishies. Now, two other quick themes you should be aware of. One, Mars. Mars the whole time pushing for the Pisces to get along with the whole new idea of what relationships should be. No old exes, no one more time around the track. You are out of time, Pisces. You must abort and go forward in the right way with relationships. God Universe is just fed up with you on that one. And Saturn is trining Neptune, which is pushing you to also stay true to the boundaries you know better. In other words, this is not a time, I would say, as an astrologer, where you would get away with breaking the rules of boundaries. Oh, sure, you've had plenty of chances your whole life, but right now, I think universe isn't going to have much tolerance for it, so make sure you draw boundaries where you know you need to draw them. This is a transformative time, to say the least. Come Sunday, things chill out, ironically, and we begin to feel the new reality that spiritually happens on New Year's Eve, whether you watch my show or not. By the way, speaking of me, this is the last week to get a 60-minute reading and a 30-minute free follow-up in 2012. This is my hottest deal of the year. Buy yourself a gift that always keeps giving. And I also want to point out, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting us at soulgarden.tv, now.me. I look forward to seeing you in the new year. Until then, live, love, be.